What's up guys, it's Twitty, hope you're doing well. Today we're back in automation. For the first time we're gonna do a comment suggested car and engine build. In one video, yes, haha fun. So the comment goes as follows. Can you build a wacky 1950s V10? And also a car from that particular era. So that's what we're gonna get up to today. And as you can see here, our car was selected and it is a pretty cool car, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. Now note, in this video we're only gonna build the engine and the car. So if you're looking for the BeamNG type video, this isn't really the one, but in the future video, meaning the next video, we are gonna test this car and go and play with it in BeamNG. So note, this is gonna be a pretty long video, so strap yourselves in and enjoy. So as you can see here, we're at my favorite part of this, building a wonderful engine. Displacement, I can't really go too big because it is a mid-engine layout. So I'm gonna play around with some settings now, as you can see. Play around with displacement anyway, this is the settings that I'm talking about. And let's see which one we can work with. That isn't too big or a problem. I think 81mm bore is gonna work wonderfully for what we're doing today. And of course a 74mm stroke is also gonna work wonderfully. Now the heads I'm not going to stress too much, going to be dual overhead cam, 5 Ls per cylinder, the normal stuff that I always work with. Now just selecting our rotating assembly, which is going to be consisting of billet and titanium and of course forged heavy parts. Note, all quality sliders are going to be on plus 15 and we're going to use turbos again, because turbos are so much fun. So, horsepower aim for this is around 3,500 is what I'm hoping for. More than that I'll be extremely happy with, and I think the car that we're gonna build is pretty light too. So as you can see here, we are gonna use for now this configuration of muffler and cat for now. Just like that, we're heading north of 1,800 horsepower. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna oversize the exhaust now and just make sure our exhaust is not gonna become a problem. And we're over 2,000 horsepower now. Oh, this is gonna be one silly car, and the next video is gonna be crazy to drive. Okay, so we're on 2,500, 2,600, 2,700, 2,800, 2,900, 3,000, 3,100, 3,200? Yes. Okay, so that's pretty much our cap for boost, so I'm gonna leave it about here. Now we're going to play with the intercooler size as well and check out what other problems we have on our list. So I have not messed with the cam timing or cam profile in this case, and also our compression. So I'm getting everything set up before I go mess with that, because I know once I mess with that, the power is just gonna go whoop way upwards, like now, like 3,500. Okay, so we're over my number now. Let's see how far we can go. Okay. So I think it's gonna probably cap out around 10, 9, 10, 8 is where I'm gonna leave it. Just gonna go back and slightly add more boost. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna go to the exhaust manifold and go mess with the header size. Just a little bit. So I think there's where we're gonna stop, because more than that's gonna become a problem. And of course we're gonna go paint this engine, because I can't have an engine that looks bare. I can't. 90 space age valve covers, because why not? Ooh, what type am I gonna go with? Ooh yes, I would paint definitely red. But what type of material is gonna be on top of the red? Yes, chrome is always the best option. So I think let's go search for our timing cover. There we go. There you go. Perfect. In chrome 2, some is going to be aluminum. I'm going to paint that black. Like that wonderful song I listened to a little bit ago. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm sorry. So I think orange is going to probably where we're going to stay. I think there is. Ah, perfect. Millissimo. Now the first, we're gonna only do one pull, one looking at the engine, so let's see what this wonderful beast sounds like. Damn, does it be good to sound the sound of a V10 again. Wow, I cannot wait what this 3.8 liter is gonna do in that car. Wow. So next up we're gonna move to building our car. Our car is gonna be consisting of this wonderful machine. And I think color we're gonna go for blue. Because my channel logo is blue, and why not? We have a red engine and we have a blue valve, well, blue car anyway. Blue valve car, where was I going with that? Anyways, we're gonna take this wonderful build up to the highest tier we have, which is 2024 now. And as you can see here, they have made a lot of changes. So I'm gonna leave that there, and of course I'm gonna come back later and fine tune it and do all that. So what's our tire size? Oh, no, we cannot have that. We need that a lot more. Yeah, something like that. Those fenders are ginormous. Oh my, that's big fenders. A 365 tire on the rear. That is insane. So let's stretch the body down a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna run into our cat and muffler setup. It's gonna become a problem when we're doing our exhaust outlets because let's just say I've got something special planned for that. So I think we're gonna go for a race diffuser, do some more cooling. We're also gonna do some brake cooling because this isn't really a track build, but the more I look at this car, anyway the shape of it, the more I think, yeah, maybe it's time I build a proper race car. With no interior of course, because interior this video would be freaking 5 hours long. Now let's go here and select our suspension setup. Okay, so we have some issues now, I see that. What's our issues? So brakes are still an issue. Now top speed is apparently an issue too. The rest I don't really care about. It's whatever. I'm gonna lift it a little bit. Because I don't want this thing to be absolutely stupid for now. So let's go here and tune our wonderful top speed. Now if you don't know what that is, it's essentially the final drive you're playing with. Meaning you're raising it and lowering it. Let's see what it weighs. Wow. Okay. That's a decent bit of weight. But we have our power to go along with that weight. So now I'm just gonna grow the tire, so the tire diameter is gonna go up. I think to around 700, and of course our rim size is gonna go up to about 19s I think. Yeah, that looks good. 19s is always a good bet on any big vehicle like this. So brakes of course gonna go up to a 400mm rotor. That is the brake rotor, it's the center that your brake caliper essentially bolts to. And clamps it, so to speak. Not bolt to, but clamp it anyway. Next we're gonna do exhaust. Because exhaust is always important because that will give me a rough idea where we're gonna stand with everything else. Meaning our tail light's gonna be set up and all of that. So I'm gonna try a different approach to this. So let's take, I believe, one of those. Let's see how these will look. If it will even work. As those exhaust pipes sticking out the side of the car is not really advised. It's not the look I'm going for. Sorry if the video is all over the place, I do apologize. Because, yeah, my brain sometimes works like that. It goes everywhere. But it is fine. Okay, that's not gonna work for us today. So let's go back to the exhaust. We're gonna lose some power, but it will all work out for the better. So I think like that. Okay. So now you see there's no exhaust pipe sticking out everywhere. Now it's literally just the tailpipe and that's it. Or the tip if you... I shouldn't say it like that. That came out wrong, I'm sorry. I think two... Okay, yeah. So let's do that. Ooh, yes. Oh, this is gonna be one cool car. Let's make him a little bigger. The next tail light is gonna be the next one. I don't really see a tail light that's gonna work for us in this particular department. So I wasn't planning on building a race car. But the more and more I see this car, the more and more I realize, yeah, maybe I should build it into a race car. So none of these taillights will work, like I said. Let's go here. Let's go scroll down. I don't like the new update. The open beta is cool, but how small the icons are now, it's a bit of a problem. Maybe I need to go change some settings, but for now, yeah. Oh yes, that looks good. Now we're gonna go and make it a little bigger, and of course select our glass type, which is gonna be our brake. No. Yes. Perfect. Now we're selecting those as tail lights, or brake lights in this case. Next up is gonna be our, for now, indicator. It will probably change, because I like to do my indicator on the outside, my brake light in the center, and my reverse light in the inner side of the brake light. So something like that would work. Let's make it the indicator for now. As you can see there, it looks pretty good, just needs a little bit of adjusting. I like the shape of this car. This is so far my favorite shape of any car, so to speak, outside of the Mustang, of course. Yes, I like Mustangs, I don't care. Actually no, I love Mustangs. Yes, perfect. Okay, yeah, you just need to get it to go there, give or take. That's looking good. So I think like I said, that's gonna be the indicator, this is gonna be the reverse light. Nice, big and clear, so that whoever is on, how I think about it, whoever's at the back of this thing will see that you're reversing, or turning, or braking. Either way, still looks good. So now we're gonna do the actual tail light, because in my eyes every car needs a tail light. You wonder what's the difference between a tail light and a brake light. Tail light is the light that you turn on whenever you are driving with your headlights on, and also with your fog lights on. That's typically when those types of lights come on. Do let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. And while you're down there, please do consider to like, comment, share and subscribe, because it really helps me out making this wonderful content for you. Thank you. Let's get back to it. As you can see there, this thing looks insane at the rear. So now we need a wing. What wing? How obnoxious do I want to go? That one is pretty good. Those ones are also pretty good. But I see my favorite from here. No, that one. We're gonna do the tech one. Retech, whatever it's called. Let's start here and make it a little bigger, make it more obnoxious, because I like obnoxious wings. Yes, that's perfect. So now we can move to the front. Perfect. That looks good. The front's gonna be very similar to the back, in the sense of we're also gonna use these type of lights. Well, it's not really a light, it's more a, what you call it, a trim piece, so to speak, but I'm using it as a light. Yes, that's perfect. Let's just select our glass type, which is our light, of course. That looks good. Now we just need an indicator on the front, and I've got an idea for that. So let's use that. Gonna have to turn it a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Now we just need to select our glass type, of course, again. See, when you're building cars, this is what you go through in this game. Select, check, select, check, select, check. That's what I've been doing. It's good. Looks real good. Where did my favorite front air intake go? Ah, there you are. So I think I'm gonna go with those. This is typically the bottom side of the whole fascia piece, so to speak, in my opinion. This is what you really see whenever you look at a front of a car. It's usually the lower or the upper, depending on how aggressively it was styled. But I think for this looking good. So now we just need a pretty big of a lip, or as I call it, the obnoxious lip, or front splitter for that case. And yes, we can tune these things, before you ask. The same place where we tuned our air intake, where our brake flow is, and also where our radiator cooling flow is, airflow that is. Same place where you can go. I do apologize for all the nerdy business. Because nerdy business, I know everyone doesn't understand the nerd business, but it's fine. If you have a clear business idea, business idea. Where did I come from? Anyway, if you have a clear idea where I'm going with this, you're gonna know this is gonna look real good when it's done. It might look like it's all over the place now, but it is fine. So let's go select, which one do I want? Do I want to go full obnoxious or do I want to go moderate obnoxious? I think moderate obnoxious is fine. Not that size though. No, there we go. Okay, because we are mid-engined, we are gonna do a roof scoop. Told you this thing is gonna be obnoxious. Which one though? Let's use that one. Yes, that one. Oh no. Yes! Let the obnoxiousness begin. That actually looks kind of cool. I won't lie. So let's select some rims that we want, or wheels, or whatever you call it. Yes! I'm making it look like a 60s Corvette. Let's just say that. 50s, 60s Corvette. A C... which one is it? C3? C2? C2, yeah, C2. This is looking really awesome. And because we have the update, we can of course go check how this thing performs. But wait! We have to go tune our wonderful aerodynamics. Or a front wing angle, if you will. Make it look good. Who's looking for me? There's person. Ah. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Anyways, it's looking real good. So I think there we have 600 kilos, 400 kilos of downforce on the rear of this thing. So let's see what it will do around the track. Note this can be pretty loud, so trigger warning to everybody who has headphones on. I will lower the volume of course in editing. Editor me, lower the volume. It doesn't do too bad through that corner. Okay, coming up to our first real left-hander, out wide. The real sharp hairpin left-hander. Okay, leading to a decently sized radius right hand. Going through there, maintaining a good amount of speed and flat out. Okay, yeah, this thing goes. 300, 360, 380, almost 400 kilometers an hour through a left-hand chicane type corner. Coming up to a very, very, very good left hand, excuse me. Gonna go into the S's now, I believe. It's the next part, yep. Chicanes. Going up here and don't cut, and flat out. Going through this long sweeping left-hander. Maintaining a decent amount of speed, 171 kilometers an hour. Into a right-hander. Let's open her up again. Flat out. There we go. And into our second to last corner, which is a left-hander. Up here into a chicane, 90 degree corner and flat out. Let's see how fast we go. So that was a 142.95 with a split of 36 seconds and 104 seconds. And as you can see there, we have a power to weight ratio of 1.5 horsepower per kilo of weight. That's freaking insane. Thank you so much for watching. Do consider to give me a comment down below what other vehicles would you like to see built, and also what other engines you'd like to see built. Anyways guys, hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.